Hi, everyone. So I am here today to give you astrology for March 10th through the 17th. This week is going to be pretty good. It's actually one where we have the potential to have a lot of power of manifestation. It's kind of like, keep in mind, with great power comes great responsibility, because you do have a way of speaking things into existence. You have a way of creating active change to the environment around you based on your thoughts, your actions, and the way that you proceed going forward. But that's also a way to self-sabotage yourself, especially if you're sinking in negative thinking or having destructive patterns that you're going through and stuff. So it's kind of like, be mindful about your actions, your thoughts, your words, your intentions this week, because they can manifest in a very, I want to say, negative way, but then at the same time, it is freaking amazing. So be careful what you wish for this week. All right. Like always, if you want to go directly to the date of the week, you can go to the description part below. If you want an appointment with me, the only way to do so is through my website. It's in the description part below. I actually send out a newsletter every single week to let you know the astrology and what's going on. And I usually send them out on Saturdays. So if you want this message a little bit earlier so you can plan out your week, I recommend you checking out my website and subscribing to the newsletter. It is free, and that way you can get more information. And like always, if you guys subscribe, it really helps the channel, and I greatly appreciate you. So now let's begin with this Monday. Monday and the 10th, the moon will enter Leo and create a trine with Mercury in Aries. Your mind and your actions will totally be 100% on point this today and this week, actually, in general. It's kind of like, I want to say, what you think you are and how you think you are will project externally 1,000%. So be careful of how you're projecting things. I know that prior to this week, like earlier in the year, we were getting a lot of downloads of ideas of things that we should try, of aspects that we should change in ourselves, yada, 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 yada. This would be the day where you plant those seeds of initiation. So this would be, start that project, start that job, start learning that thing that you want to learn, move in those directions, because this is the active change agent for your life. So start planting those seeds, start taking the action, because it's going to really, really create a change in your reality going forward. So literally today is the day of the farmer, I want to say, and it's time for you to plant those seeds and start taking care of that garden, and you will see how great your fruitfulness will be afterwards. All right. So now let's go to Tuesday. On Tuesday, the 11th, Mercury will be in Aries and create a conjunction with Venus in Aries. There's a lot of Aries here. Aries, when it kind of takes the role of the universe, it's kind of like the center of this earth plane, right? And so it becomes like the number one boss kind of energy. Mercury being aligned to it, sorry about that, Mercury being aligned to it and Venus being aligned to it, it's going to create a situation where you actively call into existence the things that are in your heart. Okay. Be open to learning new things, be open to new ideas, be open to expansion in different directions. Doors are opening. But like always, and this goes back to Matthew in the Bible, the book of Matthew, where he says, knock and the door shall be open, seek and you shall find, ask and you shall receive. Keep in mind that I want to say prerogative is very strong in this energy. So if you don't take action and the opportunities and the ideas and the things that you have started to move forward, then of course you're not going to get anything, right? This earth plane is a world of action, right? And if you are sitting there and hoping for something to fall in your lap, you can sit there until your face turns blue, but it will absolutely not happen. So like I was telling you, Monday is the day to plant seeds. Tuesday is the day to continue to work on that and tending that garden, tending that world of yours, and just pushing that intention strongly into your reality. Please remain positive, because it's really, really important. Okay, and let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday the 12th, the sun will be in Pisces, creating a conjunction with Saturn in Pisces. Whenever I see an extensive amount of Pisces in a reading, okay, like in an astrological energy, I notice that emotions are super high. And it's because it's a very highly psychic day. So you are more in tune to the feelings of the collective, which is very distorted. Or you're more in feelings with your own intuition, and I want to say the disappointments or the doubts or whatever that you may carry because of that. Keep that in mind, because the sun, it's like really seeing clearly like the dreams that you have for the future, how you want to manifest them, if there's any limitations. And sometimes we can get dragged down by the negative thoughts that we might have, of how difficult something might be. Also, the conjunction of Saturn and Pisces. Again, Saturn is like literally seeing the hurdles, literally seeing the limitations, literally seeing the obstacles in front of you. And now that is a good thing, because you know what you have to do to overcome them. But sometimes it's a little bewildering, and like sometimes it's heavy on your heart. Sometimes you're like, again, I'm gonna have to go through this stuff I really don't want to. We get into that like woe is me energy. Try to not focus too much on that and focus more on the, let's see what I can do. Like the hurdle might be, I need to take a course. Okay, what can I do to take that course? What doors is open for me? What opportunities are for me so I can make it happen? If it's something where there is like a mental block, what can I do? Can I do hypnosis? Can I do meditation? Can I do some kind of spiritual practice? Can I talk to somebody to help me overcome that little hurdle so that I can continue to move forward? So they're being demonstrated to you, not so much to hold you down, but to give you the tools so that you can move forward in what it is that you want. And, we're human, and we have that tendency of kind of looking at it like, another thing. So keep that in mind. Try to keep that in check, especially since the energy of the week is pretty heavy on manifestation. And so we can manifest our worst case scenario if we focus on that worst case scenario. So try to see it, instead of an obstacle and negativity, try to see it as an opportunity. And what I know I'm going to be helped to be able to overcome this situation. What tools do I need to go forth for that? Okay. So now let's go to Thursday. Thursday the 13th, the moon will be in Virgo, creating a sextile in Mars in Cancer. This Virgo is like the little engine that could, I think I can, and just chugging along, getting things done. The energy of Mars in Cancer, because it's positive, it's not in retrograde, it's positive. It's kind of like this movement of like, I want to say fire, and passion and security, and creating a new foundation for this. And then you're just like, I think I can overcome these hurdles, the obstacles, these situations. So I am seeing a overcoming of something that seemed oppressive, of something that seemed limiting. And then helping you get to those checks and balances so you can continue moving forward. So this is overcoming the energy of Wednesday, where you saw the obstacles. You're like, you know what? I think I can, and chugging along. I think it's more important for you to keep moving, not so much to get to the finish line faster. Okay. So now let's go to Friday. Friday the 14th. Friday the 13th, first Virgo. There's a Virgo lunar eclipse. There is a full moon in Virgo. And that enters Libra sun. And Pisces will create a sextile with Uranus and Taurus. Like literally, this is like holy shit energy. Okay. First of all, this is the initiation of and also Mercury retrograde starts like that evening to the next day. Okay. So this is the initiation of a portal. I've been harping about it in my March readings. Every single astrological sign in the initiation of it, I explained about this portal. If you haven't seen those, I recommend you checking out your sign of the predictions for March. Okay. That will give you a little clarity as to how this might be impacting you. But the biggest thing is that this is the beginning of a portal, and it's a huge portal. It's a shift portal. Okay. The lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo is creating a situation where you see clearly the people, places, things, energies, thought forms, whatever you have to get rid of that has been limiting your money, your career, and your life in general. Your finances, your physical health. It's like, You know what? This entire time, there's been a wool put over my eyes. There's been confusion. There's been doubt. They've been working with my emotions, all kinds of stuff. But now I see you. I see where the problem is. And now I don't have a doubt in my mind that this is what I need to go for. And I'm going to align to the people, places, things, and energies that will help me get rid of you. That is this energy. And so, Libra is all about balancing stuff. And it's like now you know how they say justice is blind? Justice is not blind. It sees clearly now, and it's going to definitely take action. The Pisces energy is all about emotions will be very, very strong during this time. That sextile energy of Uranus and Taurus is literally like, you see that wall over there? I'm going to knock that bitch down. And I don't care who, what, when, where, why it gets in front of me. It's absolutely not going to happen because I'm no longer going to stay oppressed. I'm no longer going to stay limited. I'm no longer going to sell myself short and restrain myself because I want to be a good person. Because I realize that you're only a good person to people that have the empathy and the ethics to be actually good. You don't do that to people that sold their soul or that are negative. I need to actually move forward, and that sometimes means bulldozing something that is in my damn way. And so that is the energy that I'm seeing is going to be provoked by this eclipse. It's like I'm fucking over it. And I'm not going to let you tell me that I don't have power when I do. And so get ready. I'm seeing, I actually feel like this portal that we're going to be going into is going to create, I want to say, a revolution. Um, it's going to be an internal revolution where you're confronting your wounds and saying to yourself, you know what? I'm no longer going to be defined by that fucked up thing that happened to me when I was younger. That's not me. And I'm not going to let you take me down. And then it can be family, and then it's friends, and then it's at work, and then it's in your society, and then it's in your world, So it's like internal, external. It's just a crazy upheaval. But keep in mind, you're not the only one going through it. So this, you will see it in many different places, things, energies, all kinds of stuff. It's going to be the most beautiful chaos that God can create. But, you know, sometimes you have to rattle the cage in order to wake people up and to change situations. So keep that in mind. So that's what's going on Friday. Let's go to Saturday. On Saturday, the 15th, Mercury retrogrades in the sign of Aries until April 7th. Now, in the sign of Aries until March 29th, and then it shifts to the sign of Pisces until April 6th, 7th. Okay. This Mercury retrograde, I don't feel like this Mercury retrograde feels bad. Okay. Usually we like brace ourselves for what's coming in the Mercury retrograde. This Mercury retrograde is aligned to Libra. So it's literally saying, I want to balance shit out, right? And it's strongly aligned to Aries, which is the first house, which is our leadership energy. It is strongly aligned to your autonomy, to your sovereignty, to your right to exist in this world, to your right to be who you are and to express it in a way that feels authentic to you. You are in this energy. This Mercury retrograde is one where I will absolutely not go quietly in the night. I will absolutely not allow you to sit on me, and I will absolutely show you that the only reason you're in the position you're in is because I gave it to you, and now I'm going to take it away, bitch, and you're going to see how good it feels to me to make you squashed like the way you wanted to squash me. That is this energy. And so many things are going to be coming into your life during this Mercury retrograde that are going to set you the hell off. And it is claiming back your power. It's kind of telling the hierarchy, the patriarchy, the whatever the hell it is, okay, oligarchy, fuck you. That's it. I'm done. This is the energy. And so if you can tell, my energy is starting to get a little bit raised. And it's because I've been feeling this energy for a while. And this week feels like a showcase of the beginning of the end to energies that believed that they had power. And so, that line, I'm going to put you in your place. This is the energy. And it's a portal, and it's going to, if I, the doors is Wednesday. Wait, it's Thursday, Friday. It's Friday. Friday. I'm sorry, I'm having problems. So Friday, the lunar eclipse, this is the doorway entering. The 29th is the doorway exiting. But then this exerging energy is going to impact us until September. So, if you talk the shitteth hitteth the fan, this is the moment in time where we're gonna be like, holy crap. And this is gonna be the thing that twists the wheels of fate. Because honestly, um, this was not how it was intended to be. This world was not how it's intended to be, and it's time to correct it. And we're timeline correcting, and it will be corrected. And no human has the power, no alien has the power or the authority to go against what it is. So that is that about that. And the ones that have ears understand that. And now let's go to Sunday. Sunday the 16th, the moon will enter Libra and create a square with Mars in Cancer. This square of Mars in Cancer is kind of like a nuisance. Um, when something is already losing its nose, it's losing, it tries to puff up and try to act out to try to prove it has some kind of power and authority when it really doesn't. And this is what this is making me feel, because it's kind of this energy of, you don't have power, let me prove it to you. And again, this entire year has been a tug of war so far, but this is like just because you have doesn't mean you have. You have because I've allowed it to you to have, and now it's time for me to prove that to you. And you have to be in that energy of, I will absolutely not allow somebody tell me who I am. And that's part of the revolution, and it's internal. It feels very internal, but we're going to see it in many different aspects in the world. And I'm seeing countries also, one towards the other, like, bitch, we did that one time, and we're not going to let that happen this time. And we're going to take power back, and we're going to show you that you got to sit the fuck down. It just feels, it's like the bully realizing that he actually had no power. And so this is what this feels like. And it's going to be, again, continuing until September, but this is the beginning of the end. I hope that this made sense for whoever needed to hear that, and we'll see you the next time.